guys, and welcome back to the channel. So in today's video, we're going to start assembling the motor. Let's get started. Alright guys, I'm going to start off by lubricating the cylinder walls because we're going to start installing the pistons now. So I'm just going to be using some regular engine oil, just lube it all up. Alright guys, so now I'm going to install the piston rings. We're going to be using this piston ring clamp tool to install them. But we're going to put the piston rings on the piston first, and we're going to be using the NPR rings as I mentioned, and I've already checked the gapping on these, so these are actually all good. The piston rings do have to go on in a certain orientation, which I'll take a screenshot and post it in the video so that you guys can see. But essentially I'm going to be putting like the first ring right here, second ring gap right here, and then over here is where the oil ring gaps go. So this side is the intake side. This is the arrow pointing up, so I'm just going to be doing it that way. Now that we've got that down, we're going to clamp it down with this. Alright guys, so now it's all clamped down and we're just going to push the piston into the cylinder by hand. So how you use this tool is it's a little tricky. You actually have to tighten this thing and then push at the same time. So while you're tightening this, this clamps all the piston rings together, and then you can easily push it down like that, and then line it up and oh, that didn't go as planned, so gotta try again. There we go. Right, we'll torque this down to 23 foot-pounds. All right, we're ready to put this one in, cylinder 4. There we go. Cylinder 1 and 4 are in. Now we're just going to rotate the crank and then do cylinder 3 and 2. 2 and 3. There we go. Alright. Back into the block. Now I'm just going to give it a couple spins just to make sure everything's moving freely. Alright, now to replace the rear main seal, we got to punch out the old seal and then replace it with a new seal. Where is the new seal? Here it is. Here's the new seal. Just do it back to back. It matches up so it should fit. Alright, there you go. Punched it out. Just going to get some brake clean the inside of this before I put in the new one. And to install the new main seal, I've just 3D printed a tool just so that I could hammer it in so that it's even. So it goes like this, and then I'm just going to whack it on a flat surface. But there is a certain depth that it goes to. You're not supposed to bottom it out. I remember there's supposed to be a feeler gauge amount. So I'm going to check the Honda service manual on that, and then I'm going to whack it in. Alright, I'm going to whack this while on the floor. The back here is supposed to be about 0.5 to 0.8 of a gap. So we don't hammer it all the way until it bottoms out. It has to still have some sort of remaining gap. So that's what I'm going to do using this tool. Right, that's installed. That's good to go back onto the engine now. All right, next we're gonna replace the oil orifice O-ring, and this is the old O-ring that was in there. Unfortunately, the camera wasn't on when I was removing it, but it's so brittle that it just snapped. So the closest looking O-ring in the kit was this one. So then I'm just gonna put this one on like so. And we're gonna add some oil to it, and then we're gonna pop it back into the engine. All right, so the ring, the orifice thing just goes up onto this area here, and it'll just push right in with a little bit of oil. There you go. It's in, just like that. All right, next we're gonna replace the oil pump seal. This is the seal that came with it. Came with the kit. Here's the oil pump. We're just gonna have to pop this off. We can just whack that off with a flathead screwdriver from the back. I'll probably put a socket up front so that it'll have room to punch out. All right, got the old seal out. Had to use like this pry tool to pry it out. Wouldn't come out otherwise. Okay, so this one we'll just hammer until it bottoms out, and we'll use a socket to do this one. All right, guys. So I have to look through this bag here to see which O-ring would fit on the oil pump now. This one is probably the best fitting one. It matches up with the original one pretty much, and it fits right in there. There's another couple here that might work. Well, at least I thought it might work, but they don't fit. So now we're gonna apply some liquid gasket all along this area. I think we're gonna have to put it around here too, and then we're gonna put the oil pump in. Obviously, we'll have to put some grease in the new seal here before we install it, and then slip it onto the crank. One thing is, it has to line up. The inside rotor here needs to line up to this. So all we have to do is just twist the rotor and it will completely line up eventually. Just like that. And then slowly push it in place. Just like that. Now it's in. We can torque it in now. All right, next we're gonna install the cover that goes on here, which is the rear main seal. So before we do that, we're gonna just wipe this up, make sure it's all nice and clean. Then we're gonna apply a light coat of oil on here and onto the seal. And then now we're gonna apply, again, the former gasket or liquid gasket along this edge here, and then reinstall. There you go, that should be good. Another thing that it did say to do on the Honda service manual is to apply liquid gasket onto these bolts. So what I will do is just apply some on the threads, and then we'll start reinstalling these. Just a little bit of gasket maker. Get it all nicely lined up. There. Right, all torqued down. Let's wipe off the excess silicone now. All right, next we're gonna be reinstalling this baffle. Right, yeah, it goes this way. And then we're gonna put on the bolts back. And they're torqued at 8 foot-pounds for these ones. All right, that's done. All right, next is the oil pickup, and there is a new gasket from the kit. This goes right here. And then the oil pickup just goes along like that. Excellent. Now we can put back the oil pan. And that goes like this. All right, all good. All right, now while we're at it, we're gonna replace the thermostat. So just gonna take off these 2 bolts and then we'll pop this off and put in the new thermostat. All right, here's the new thermostat. Now the engine tech kit does come with a new thermostat gasket, but I decided to use this one. This is a OEM gasket. All right, here's the new water pump. We're gonna install this. Comes with the gasket, so we're not gonna use the gasket that comes with the engine tech kit, and we'll just put this new water pump in. All right, this is all set up now. Let's just install it, and we'll use all the old bolts for that. Yep, it's good. Alright guys, the block is fully reassembled now. All that's left is the head, which we'll do in another video. That's it for this video, guys. I hope this helps you guys out. If you haven't already, please comment, like, and subscribe, and share my videos. As always, guys, I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.